And in the distance, you just hear flare gun, revealing over and over.
That's where it kind of revealed yet again right there that Threats is indeed a solo left in this game. He's looking towards the backside of the zone because you can see he doesn't have a ton of builds to work with. He's trying to catch somebody off guard, doesn't see anything that he can work with, and quickly kinetic blades to the front side of zone. But take note, he doesn't drop to the ultimate low ground. That's a bunch of chaos that he doesn't want to be involved in.
He's looking for opportunities like this. Who's going to run out of materials, wrap their way through these mid-ground layers, and give him a chance to find a healing? Just like that, Clarity G gets chunked, but not enough to get the finish. It was so close, and now finally out of material, forced to low ground. Notice he's jumping because he doesn't have a mat to save his toes there. Rise Niam's on the other side, find himself a little refresh. That's Luke falling on high ground. You have Inpen and Polarize trying to win this one out, and it seems like everyone down low is in a world of trouble. Look at Baka and Pars. 4th place coming in, now edging their way to top 10.
Pars only has a Havoc to his name when it comes to weaponry, but a huge find on the Macwood towards the low ground. He gets a couple materials to work with. Something is better than nothing. As soon as him and Baka try to reunite, this is going to be a position for them to try to take over. Iamzo goes down. Rise is left by himself. Everybody going through so much destruction and chaos on the low ground, but Npen and Polarize, they found themselves a cloud in the sky, and they have very little worry.
Crazy to think Miro's still in here, Boyo's still in here. So many of our top 10 competitors, our top 15 bubble entrants are still in this game, but the highest placing team is Pars and Baka. No Baka though. Pars has to shoot at everything in his sight, but no, he falls to the hands of Rise. Here's Miro, also playing as a solo here, sneaking his way around this mid-ground here. Just 2 builds to his name, not much to utilize here. He falls down, he gets taken out to the hands of Npen.
So many players just scraping and climbing their way into the top 5. Seek Lawrence got a good position, but no builds to work with. They look up, they see Polarize, try to knock him down, but he's ready and waiting to kind of hold his position. Lawrence gets knocked all the way down low. He gets knocked off together. Seek drops down low, trying to be the hero, but they get eliminated and sent back to the lobby. That's User now getting himself a position here into the top 3, going up against Npen and Polarize on the high ground, and one other solo down below.
Npen does have the kinetic blade to come down, but Polarize is going to take the fight, clean things up, and close out the game. And just like that, the veterans of Npen and Polarize, but they're already gone. Kinetic blading away, up and over to this high ground. Already though, things are going to settle here. Zone's going to pull back. We have other fights happening everywhere unfolding right now. The action just continues to rack up here already for Game 8, Zone number 9.
You see Iamzo and Rise on the other side. You can see it in the feed as well, getting that elimination. And Baka keeping things rolling for him and Pars. They find another elimination on Deceased, bringing their total to 6. They have 24 points this game off straight eliminations alone. If you're trying to close the gap and take first place, especially take advantage of the fact that Golden Acorn went down early, and that's the team that's directly above you, this is exactly how you do it. And now they possess the vault loot as well.
That's a big pickup right there. I'm happy they went to go check it out to see what was being offered, because this is a huge pickup that can change the game right now. They're poised to potentially win this one right here. Keep an eye out on them. Duke and Edgy also. What is this? From Acorn and Cole falling early to them staying alive right now, they have another chance to start to pick up that lead and break away.
Yeah, they need to take first place back away from Poyo and Sphinx, especially with Sphinx being a solo here in the lobby. It is definitely possible. You see the flare guns going out, everybody's position being revealed. Sphinx drops down low. Couple players in this lobby do know he's a solo, and you said it yourself, a refresh. That's exactly what Sphinx is looking for, and exactly why he's staggering himself backside his zone.
Look at that, it's gonna go in and break his way through. Doesn't get the tree that he was looking for, but now finds himself on TK's wall. Couldn't quite land, and all of a sudden he is now officially out of material in enemy build. Shots are coming in. The angle is too good for Pamsel and Fast. They find themselves a refresh. Threats loses Booga, and he is by himself now. Also, 3 Elans front side of zone. He needs a refresh. He has to find it. The option's not simple. Solo champ Ritual right in front of him.
So little mats right now for Threats. Even though he does have 3 eliminations, Duke lost to Edgy, but at least shuts down the Storm Surge, something that they don't have to worry about anymore. And high ground gets chopped down. That's Bully, that's Lizux, who get chopped down to size into the palm of the hands of everybody else, which gives so many players a chance to try to claim the high ground on this next rotation.
This is a huge surprise. Duke almost had a crazy elimination right there. But instead, he goes for the med kit in the zone. That's going to be quite the play. We'll see if that works out for him. Threats, however, gets taken out in the meantime. And just like that, Dukes buys himself 10 free seconds, 10 seconds, which gets him 3 more placement points. That could be a difference. What more can he make? Misses the shot when it matters, but there's a player there too. Scrambles his way out. He doesn't even know what's going on right now. I think he's also trying to find his bearings here until Cody goes again. That's the safe spot.
Going crazy right now, right before our very eyes.
What?
Miro and Cooper, they're trying to go ahead and take that top spot as well. Consistency is key throughout the 2 days of this event. This is already game number 8, so games are just flying by right before our very eyes as Iamzo takes down Miro. Cooper's still alive, though, so these solo points are going to be huge.
Quick as a flash, Iamzo, the reaction speed was there. 7 elims for him. You can tell he is on fire right now, not looking to stop here. Another player in front of him doesn't even hesitate. Lets it rip and finds himself a huge shield crack right there. We're inside the top 10. This is the danger zone now.
Ooh, big find. They have no mats. Stay in foot, and it's working to perfection. Even though it's not a ton of mats, at least it's something to work with here. And they get another elimination, taking down Caskers as well. We got ourselves into the top 6.
Another one!
Keep it going! What are we witnessing?
Already a 3-piece pickup. Drop kicking everyone on the mid-ground. Iamzo demands respect here. He hasn't even had a chance to heal. Meanwhile, Rise is completely healthy in front of the zone. Rise, we get to jump in right now, playing the heal-off situation here. He's like, all right, Iamzo, wow, you just go. You keep rolling through the lobby. Rise now backs it on out. There is just a couple seconds before it fully closes. Lizix from the high ground on down. Quad catches him, though, and a beautiful execution on the elim is enough for Rise to go ahead and ride this. We get to run that back one more quick time before we jump into the rest of the action. Take a look. Qua tries to get to Rise. He doesn't quite have enough there. Or sorry, Rise was the one cut out. And he just chases him down. Easily done for Qua now. N-Pen and Polarize here.
Oh, wow.
Win to punishment here.
He got kinetic bladed out of the sky, bumped, which causes some separation between him and Polarize. Have to be careful where you make your next move, just like Miro with no builds. Blessing is going to be that kinetic blade, but as soon as he flies through the sky, if he takes some damage, he will not be able to shield himself. Miro spots a beam in the sky and begins to put down some tags. He needs Storm Surge, that way he can focus on his rotation with a couple of tags. He does find some comfortability there, and he finds some important loot. Talk about no builds. Now he picked up 300 wood. Now he's cooking.
This is a nice spot to be in here. Definitely bouncing right back. He absolutely needed it. And now he's got just enough comfortability to buy him some room, open up some real estate there. Big teams I'm seeing in the run right now. Acorn and Cold still up. Threats and Booga there as well. Quanti, you can see on that second height. There's a few disruptors here. They could all be playing for the position to take the dub.
This zone is very, very unforgiving. Around the beach side, up the mountain, even higher up before we go back on down. So being careful is going to be important as Booga finds an elimination along the way, taking down Ocus. Him and Threats are just getting together that loot before they make some sort of play for any bit of height, because they know this one is going to be a doozy.
Let's see it. Pam still finds Sinetto there in the feed. He's still up and running. Now making a move to the front side. He's cap material. Okay, so the refresh has been real. Meets up with Thatch here. And you have to be careful. Thatch needs to switch those materials, get back to hard mats. This is danger territory here. Aviv edges his way down, shoots off the flare gun. He's looking for all the information. They're starting to run out of material on high ground. Things are running thin. Somehow, Miro finds the refresh as well. Consistently finding himself with a little bit more in the gas tank. Cold is a solo here. He dips into the zone. A desperate play for big material. It's going to pay off as he connects bases through a player. Almost finds an elim there as you hear the shield crack explode on his way into the zone.
Loot he just found, though, is so impactful. Same can be said for Miro. Havoc pump, mythic variation, so the one-pop potential is going to be there. You know, somebody's on the other side, possibly below and above as he turns out. He has the med miss, so he can play in the zone just a little bit. Hearing TK on the other side of even Skittles trying to go ahead and cement their position on towards the high ground as Duke tries to go for a play. Pamso as well. Both of them just trying to stay away from that ultimate low ground as Cold once again finds elimination, taking out Scare Bear.
And Miro steams right through TK, and now Again, another refresher for him to buy himself some time on the mid-ground. Second height, Panstil, Fatch eyeing up the opportunity here to continue to earn themselves some placements. But we have two big solos inside here. You have Miro on that second camera. Cold on the bottom, still cooking up here. He finds Larson, and he's not stopping. Ultimate low for Cold. There's not a player in sight. He's going to inch his way around. He says, no, I need to get up to a safer spot. He can actually block players out here and fight his way up into the top 5.
That timing was impeccable for Cold to dodge a lot of dangers down below. Mero just trying to do what he can, but he gets taken down by Thread. Him and Buga, one of the only last duos, but I might have cursed them. They get taken down by Cold, who has 7 eliminations as a solo player, finding so many impactful refreshes. Can he do it again as Aviv and Skittles have been skating by in the high ground, and they fly by taking out Duke. Cold trying to fight back, but it's not enough to outmatch Skittles as they take him down and take the game.
What a game that was. Cold is absolutely incredible. Booga
already on him with the Slurp Juice pop. He's going to get right back on up, tip-top shape. Fatch trying to do the same thing, but he's by himself. Couple of builds to work with. He's just trying to hold on to his covers because he knows he's going to be a target eventually, especially since they do know he's a solo, but quickly maneuvers and gets on out and even goes up a few layers to get away from those players that were trying to chase him down.
He's playing very, very well. In the feed, I'm seeing Miro and Cooper continue to find Elims too. Do not be surprised if they are up in first after this one. They have 2 right now. They're still up. They're looking healthy. They have the refreshes that they need, and they're fighting their way through Acorn and Cold, who are on the other side of the wall. It is an opportunity here to overthrow those that stand before you. But Cold wants another piece of Kanata there. He's going to go and finish things off. Aegis is hurt, potentially on the other side. Spix and Borio still alive as well, and they rack up another Elim too. That's going to be the finisher onto Aegis. Cold, once again, is not left by himself.
And for some reason, I don't feel worried at all. Cold has done this before. He can do it again as he breaks and goes right back through his builds. He hears a couple players on the other side as the flare gun's still popping off. All this information being dissed around, and Cold is getting absolutely none of it as he uses his last build. Kinetic Blaze trying to get to the front side of the zone. Finds somebody slipping. That's Aviv. He almost goes back-to-back, taking out Skittles as well. But Cold's run in this game has come to an end.
I mean, the kid is crazy. You're watching just a master at work. And another master is Fatch, of course, who has to put Panstil in the backpack for now as Pam is down and out. 3 zones ago, Fatch was left by himself. He is still standing. Name another duo that can do just that. I'll wait. But here we go. Fatch tries to make a move here. Pressure's on him. He will also have to force a fight here shortly. Now down to the last box. Just a couple builds remain.
High ground right now, going both to Bully and Lizux before they're having to give it up. Don't want to spend too many maps to try to hold on to it. Cooper's trying to find anything to work with. Fatch that you're talking about got gifted a little bit of loot. Anything is better than nothing, but he got 4 more builds. All of them are metal, so it's definitely enough to shield as he takes a big tag, trying to get down below. He has a med miss, he has some minis, anything to get himself some HP and shield to work with, but on the other side, that's Nyx. That's a threat to his game, and he needs to be careful. Wow. But as he does that, he takes down Nyx altogether.
What a shot right there, and still there's no time to wait. He wants to pause, he wants to heal, but he just can't. The pressure continues. The refresh, though, was enough, and finally now, although he is looted and booted, he has to go ahead and go for it, but no, he gets finished off there. It's now up to Cooper, who's another solo as well. He's had a story in himself as well. He drops Rise, and Iamzo is now a solo in this game here too. This is just so chaotic as the elevation has changed.
He found a crevice of opening to go ahead and work through as Duke, Edgy. I believe they both go down. Into the top 3 we go. DeQuinted and Sinetto, they got 6 eliminations contested almost game after game against Bolt and Thor, coming out on top. That has been the start. Bully has been escaping everybody as the lone solo on the high ground. Then you have Trashy and Pump on the low.
But they're so hurt. Can we even count this as a duo? I mean, they're barely worth a person right now. Such a tough spot to be in. Bully just waits, and he finds one. Sinetto delivers himself the whole siphon and a little bit more. Bully has only one way to come down. That's with the kinetic blade, and on into the fray he goes, but he can't even find DeQuinted. DeQuinted slides on out of there. The information given from Sinetto was enough for her.
Does have that flint knock pistol. Try to push himself up. His teammate does go down just as we jump on board. Yamso and Rise, we're trying to get ahead of all these teams. They're one of the ones that could take that first place with a well-placed game here, an even better one in game number 12. Yamso with a little flash and drive, go ahead and hit some shots with that mythic tactical pistol to try to keep him above the damage threshold.
Cold is down.
Continuously looking for more. You said it yourself. Acorn and Cold run has come to an end.
They did not be able or could not take advantage of the opportunity. Now Bugha and Threats have the high ground. Bugha and Threats are back in this conversation. They came into this in top 7. They don't have any elims. What separates them from the rest is the fact that they are now earning placement points to scratch that. Finally, the points start to add up. Make it 2 elims. They're giving us the show right now from height, and we have seen every team on high ground effectively uncontested throughout the day. For now, though, look at this, Jacob. Rise and Yamso are still in this, too.
Looked like he just coned his opponent into the box to give himself a free rotation as they move to the low side of the zone. Legendary Slurp Juice means Rise are going to regenerate that shield and HP in the blink of an eye. Into the top 17 we go, but this zone is continuously pulling up and down all around these different elevations. But Bugha and Threads, they're going and connecting to that Rift Island. This is an ingenious play. Will it pay off? Only time will tell.
Hamso and Factor also trying to close that gap. They will be up there inside the top 5 conversation. We are going to have a race for a finish here for the last game when this one concludes. Pamso jumps in the box, loses teammate. He needs to clutch up. It's worth so much, and he does it. It's placement points. It's more than that, too. And the flick shot, and Pam is still going here.
Trying to keep everything intact for him, but they run out of resource, running out of time, and they go back to the lobby on that one. That's Rise who picks up another knock. Him and Yamso trying to take first place back, which they had at one stage on the day. Staggering himself out. One splash less. Time is running out. Rise now needs to beeline the zone. He's taking so much damage in the storm. He fires off a huge shot, but opportunity running out the window, and Rise goes down.
He's finished. Bugha and Threats now have it on easy street here. Plenty of placement points and a win waiting for them to be picked up here. But they do have a little bit of material to work with. It's going to be very patient from here on out for them. Otherwise, we see trouble. Trashy is up. He finds his way into the storm there. Win condition revealed to him. That's a Slurp Juice. TK, nothing to work with. No heals. Kinetic Blade in hand. Does he challenge height? Does he take a fight from the side? We'll find out.
Bugha and Threats are actually the only duo left in this lobby. Everybody else here is solos. Flare gun going out from Epic Well, and a bang shot to take out TK. Somebody clip that, because I need to re-see it, as now his next target is in sight. That's going to be Trashy, and he gets the one pump again, but he has 2 big opponents, Threats and Bugha, who are trying to fight for the high ground, but against the mythic one-shot potential. Epic Well has already done that 2 different times on the day. He takes down Threats, but goes down to the zone before the Siphon can tick in. Bugha and Threats take the game.
Hopefully he has more than just Siphon, as he ends up being a third party stuck. The folks of the lobby. This is not the best place to be for Toric, but on the other side, Bugha and Threads, this is exactly the position you want to be in. The player, well, it's been on a prayer trying to stay alive, but Yamso Rise, they're under pressure themselves. Another one of our contenders here in the lobby, getting forced back, zone now pushing in. Yamso has no more of the...
Oh my gosh,
he did not waste any time, but down goes Rise. We lost Miro, lost Rise. A lot of our top teams trying for that top spot are now solos.
Rise falls to the hands of Cooper. Wow. Cooper took him down. Yamso barely slips out of there, and all of a sudden, the top players are real potential champions, are exchanging blows with one another. I mean, it's only a matter of time. It's starting to constrict and close the zone here for Cooper. He's got 2 elims. Miro got 1. That's a lot of points, but that's not enough to close this out. They have to continue to earn more. It's gonna slip by. Still has a lot of mats here. He's got plenty to work with. Edgy and Duke are looking healthy. They have, of course, elims and heals too. This could be their chance to walk away with it.
Yep. This is gonna be coming down to, honestly, if everybody stays alive, it's literally gonna come down to final placement and the eliminations that you've been able to get. You said Threats out. Yamso, I keep fell as well. I don't see him here on the map as Cooper staying alive here as a solo. This race has gotten that much more close between our top teams.
Let's see it. Edgy Duke try to play for hype, but no. Instead, play for a positioning here. They couldn't quite get there. They have to think again. They are the best boy team. Bucky finds threats up to Booga. Booga's himself. Booga's trying to play for the pip right now. Can he stick the save potentially? Acorn and Cold are in trouble to box next door. And it's like the save might just be successful. Cold is still in this. Threats is still in this. He gets picked. Booga with the save. That could be everything for this potential dub here.
If you're a fan of Booga and Threads, I don't think you could Cooper a better ending than this one.
My God.
Cooper is just landing shot after shot, just trying to take down as much shields as humanly possible, but he now has to rotate to the front side of zone, but he does not have material. He needs a refresh if he wants to try to keep his game intact. A monster shot on the Booga. This is it. And it all comes down to this. Booga goes down, and he doesn't get knocked, which means we lost Threats as well.
And look at that, he might just land up high ground. Duke and Edgy are in this, but the points are just so close. It will come down to placement. Can Coop truly do this by himself? He goes on up to high ground, gets attacked from behind, slid down, but seeing the builds there, no. He's now officially down and out. He only has a single build. Make that 0. Cold still alive here, fighting back from replacement points. Ace is cooking up. Duke is down, and now Cooper has a chance. Everything that falls, give Coop more and more points to potentially be the FNCS champion, but Edgy's still here as well.
There's so many of these players are solos. Edgy, solo, Bold, solo, and he finds it. Oh, it's Edgy who takes him out. He takes out Cooper, one of the big competitors in his way, but Boyle's still staying alive. He has a chance, especially with a lot of our teams going down. He finds a monster shot onto Edgy. These are two of our contenders. TK on the other side. Edgy forced down low to the low ground. He has no mats.
Boyo took down Edgy as well. But hold up, Edgy's swinging around. He finds a huge tag and puts another player down. Top 5 he goes. Tries to follow up the shield bubble of Source 2. Literally saving that opponent. And just points slip away there. RDG falls. And just like that, Edgy now is one of the last standing competitors here. He's going to go for the breakthrough. He doesn't even want to have it for free. He's going to break him down into the box. He's the siphon, and he gets ticked out. It is so close. Boyo is still alive. And he gets the Elim credit in the end there. It is extremely close here.
What? Peter gets a knock onto Aviv. He could clutch up. He's probably one of the better mechanical skilled fighters on this lobby right now. And he has a 1v1 against Skittles, who just has a sliver of HP. And Peterbot does the impossible and clutches up big.
Coming in so strong. Says, you know what, Miro? Let's go to globals, baby. Just watch me.